I thought, and forgive me, but I think I'm with a lot of people that I thought, as far as like who in the professional fighting world Jake Paul could have called out, that it was like really rather genius to say, "Oh, I'll box Ben Askren," because of
Yeah.
course your strength is with wrestling. Um, and I mean, dude, it's fucking pretty genius. And now, having said that, I think that really squarely makes you really important in the equation because if you're looking for an advantage in boxing, then like who else do you have other than Ben Askren, who is a huge name in combat sports,
Yeah.
but like notoriously not for striking. There's not really anybody else. I think he could have got a percentage.
Yeah. I mean, I just, like I said, I'm doing well in life, so I wasn't all
Good.
that concerned about it. Seemed fair, so I said yes. They're really going after Dylan Dennis, who's like McGregor's lackey, and he's got a pretty good social media following. But I did bring this up with in the press conference. Jake was like a child; he wouldn't shut up and let me talk.
I
Um,
saw that. Yeah, I watched some of
Jake's
that too.
It's so bad. So he's kind of like a bully though, and it's like, I was retired. I was 3.5 months out of my hip surgery, so like I was not training at all. So yeah, obviously he wasn't trying to pick the toughest guy he could pick. He was trying to pick the easiest guy, which could give him some legitimacy.
Right.
And I think that's pretty obvious for me to zoom out and just see that.
For sure.
And that being said, even being the easiest guy he can pick, I think it's probably still too tough of a guy. I think he's going to get in there, and I think boxing is strange. I've been in boxing for like 3 months now. The community's kind of strange, and I think he's got these guys around him who are just telling him that he's the best in the world. He's so good, and to the point where he's almost started to believe it. And so when he gets in front of someone and they won't go away and they're fighting back, he's going to start panicking. He's not really know what to do.
Can you talk about your game plan at all?
Yeah.
Worn out and because we've never seen him take a punch, and we
Yes.
know that you've been hit and you keep going, and that's your advantage too. Is that like you've been in the fire before?
Yeah, I mean, so my strategy would obviously be to get close and make it a tough fight. I'm not going to stand and try to have pretty boxing. Get in there and make it ugly, make it dirty, land kind of like the dirty boxing, clinch strikes, that type of stuff. And yeah, to that point, we've never seen him really go very long. We've never seen him get someone good. We've never seen him get hit. We've never seen him get tired. So there's all these big question marks with him, right? Like, how is he? What's going to happen? And listen, I said I was at Freddie Roach's and I boxed with one really really good guy. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be in there with that guy. That guy's gonna fucking kill me. So if for some reason he is like the best in the world, it's gonna be a long night for me. I think that's like really 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 unlikely.
I think it's incredible that it's such a mystery that we don't know, and that's
Yeah.
probably why it's going
Yeah.
to do so well.
How's the training different from this in MMA? Like, how you're not weight cutting, or are you weight cut? Like, what's
No. Yeah, I'm not weight cutting because it's like, hey, you're gonna fight a YouTuber. It's not like there's some league and I get to pick what weight class I'm gonna go. It's like, hey, there's this one YouTuber guy. Here's the weight class. Do you want it or not? So I'm fighting at 190. I wrestled at 174, fought at 170. So yeah, it's big for me. Um,
what are you normally walking around at before you cut to 170?
So usually when I'm like working out in shape, 183 to 185. Like I said, I was retired. I had my hip surgery. You guys want to see this badass scar?
Yeah,
Sure.
dude.
We love scars. Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Shit.
That's a long
Yeah,
one.
so I got my hip redone in September. So literally, like when I want to say that pay-per-view, the Tyson one that you're talking about was late November. Like I literally wasn't allowed to do anything for 3 months. Like nothing. And then at 3 months, I got to start riding a bike and that type of thing. And so when I first started training, I was really heavy because I hadn't been allowed to do anything for like 4.5 months.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
With Jake having sort of all these yes people around him, like in
So many.
some ways, does that help him? I've heard Mike Tyson talk about like he's like, I would have to almost be like delusional to go in these fights and just think I'm so good. Like he was like, I would purposely sort of be delusional, and like is that unrealistic belief in yourself in some ways a benefit?
Well, so I would say I think yes, it is important to have those type of thoughts when you're going into competition, because the last thing you want in competition is to like doubt yourself, have anxiety. I mean, for you guys came from extreme sports, so it's like you don't want to be on top of the half pipe saying, oh my God, I'm going to freaking fall. If you're thinking like that, you're probably going to fall, you know?
Right.
You either want to have a clear mind where you're not really thinking about anything and you're just focused solely on the execution of the technique, or, you know, you want to say, I'm going to freaking crush this. One of those two things, you know? So to a little bit, yes, it's semi-beneficial when you step in the ring, but the real huge issue becomes is, if that doesn't come true,
Right.
then what do you do?
Yeah.
Right?
You got to be able to back it up.
It works
If it's
great
if
until
you're
it
4.5
doesn't.
minutes in, and it's a 24-minute fight, and it's not coming true, then what?
Sure.
You know, like those guys can't fight for him. Their cheers really aren't going to help him in the fight. Like it might help him get through training, but in a real fight, it's got to be you saying like, I'm gonna fucking go get this guy. Like I'm tough enough.
Yeah.
It can't be
Right.
them. They can't help you at that point.
Yeah, dude. You know what pisses me off? Expensive sunglasses. Because you're going to lose them anyway. So never pay more than $10 for a pair. That's why I buy mine at the gas station. Except they don't ever have the kind that I'm very particular about. I like my style, right? So I made my own. These are Steve-O sunglasses. And they're only $9.99 at Steve-O.com. And we got them back in stock. So don't be squinting in the sun getting wrinkles. Go to Steve-O.com and make your summer fly with some Steve-O sunglasses. Yeah.